for another episode of the 12-Man Fan Jam Show, a show made by 12s from around the world for 12s from around the world. I'm Mosette, and here's your host, and my dad, the self-appointed Reverend Moses of the St. Paul Allen Church of Seahawk Positivity.
Yes, welcome everyone to episode 915 of your 12-Man Fan Jam Show as your Seattle Seahawks get ready to take on the Washington, I don't know, whatever they are. Anyway, we're so glad you're here with us. Please put your seats up in the floor upright position, put your tray tables up, and grab a desired sin beverage or leftover turkey as you need, whatever is your choice. And remember, what can I tell you? I'm pretty thankful. And I'm thankful to have a new crew tonight. Most of us are out doing fun stuff, but here with the posse, of course, is Dustin. Hi, Dustin. How are you?
I'm good. I'm also thankful that Will and Matt are not here. So,
yeah. And you have our, I believe
that escalated quickly.
It did escalate quickly. I believe you have Kona, our 12-Man Fan Jam Show mascot behind you.
Yeah, her and her sister Marley. Yeah, I'm continuing my Bedrooms Across America tour. I did one in Prosser when I was like this. I was in your bedroom at one point for one of these. Now this is where I sleep in Wenatchee, and we got Marley right here, and then Kona.
Kona, hey, that big prank, sweetie.
Oh, look alive, look alive.
Yeah, she don't
Over
care.
Here.
She's our mascot. She knows it.
Hey, there you go.
There she is. There she is. And of course, joining us, of course, a Game Buzz comic extraordinaire, Mike Pascale. Mike, how are you, sir?
Hey, how you doing? I'm
good
well.
To see you. Welcome back.
Thank you very much. It's good to be back. I appreciate it. And maybe that Matt's not here. We each have a chance of winning trivia for a change.
No, I don't.
I don't. And that is, of course, Carie Payne. Carie, a member of our challenge, and this is your second show this year.
Well, no, I did one last season.
Oh, that's
well,
right.
I did one in the off season. Yep, I did one with you guys at the draft.
Yes, you did. Yes,
before the new format.
Yes.
Yeah.
Before the new format.
And you said you had
y'all made me put makeup on for this one.
I did. You've got the Apple Cup ready to go.
I have the same problem.
Well, I did, but then I had to switch to my phone because my phone has 5G because I live in the country. So now I can't. So now I'm going to need somebody who has good Wi-Fi to be able to tell me what's going on with the Apple Cup.
Well, someone who's at the Apple Cup is Will Harrison, who's usually here. Will is he's at the Apple Cup. So we're rooting for Will. Hope he enjoys the Apple Cup. And Matt is somewhere lost in the somewhere in England. So
he's on holiday.
Yeah, he's on holiday.
Up there in the woods somewhere. I think they made hostile movies.
No, I'm lost in the woods. I'm lost in the woods. Maddie's on holiday.
Fair enough.
I'm just in Indiana, which is the same thing. But
right.
Today we're in Kansas, we're in Indiana, we're in Washington, and we're in California all at once.
Missouri.
So Missouri, that's what
yep.
I get.
Missouri.
Close. But let's see how this episode is going to work.
Same state.
Same state. You're close. Kansas City's in there somewhere. This show has 4 quarters and a half time. A quarter where we are going to take a crack at a couple of phrases for quarter one. Quarter two, we're going to go over last week's game against the Cardinals because we have to. At halftime, of course, it's the best 12-man Fan Jam Show halftime trivia
of the world. And
I believe the winner last week was who was the winner last week?
It doesn't matter because they're not here.
That's right. So it wasn't you then.
You snooze, you lose.
It was Matt. I don't know. I think it was Matt. I don't know.
I want to say
it was right.
Yeah.
It was Matt probably.
It was probably
Matt.
Matt.
So who cares? Second half, we talked about that game. Yeah. Was it you?
No, it wasn't me, but it might have been Will.
That doesn't matter. They're not here.
Yeah.
They're not here anyway.
Yeah.
Second half,
those
we
guys.
in the second half, we get ready for the Cardinals Seahawk game. We have all the information you need to get ready for that game. We got sermons, we got injury report, we've got a fashion and weather report. We put it all together, make our predictions, prognostications, and game balls for that game between your Seattle Seahawks and that Washington, whatever they are. We remind you to subscribe to the Seahawk Positivity YouTube channel, 12-Man Fan Jam Show Facebook page. We have a game day thread on there for Monday Night Football as well. Email us at 12-Man Fan Jam Show at gmail.com, and Twitter is Seahawk Positivity. And we're going to go ahead with the first quarter and take a crack at that phrase. Okay, take a crack at this phrase. We're going to do a couple phrases at the start of the first quarter. The first one I want to do is because Washington's a football team, and they need a new name, guys. So we put our brains together and we came up with, I think the Washington football team should be called. I think the Washington football team should be called, and I will start with Mike Pascale. Mike Pascale, I think the Washington football team should be called what?
The Nameless.
The Washington Nameless. Like the
They don't
homeless.
have a name. Might as well make it official.
Why not? Carie, I think the Washington football team should be called what?
I think they should be the Washington Washingtons after George Washington.
Oh, the Washington Washingtons. All right.
I think they just need to kind of rebrand maybe a little bit and go
Not bad.
from instead of WFT to WTF. Because that makes more sense.
I'm here for that.
That's excellent. That's excellent. I think that the Washington football team should be called the Washington Monuments because
Yes.
it fits, doesn't it? The Washington Monuments.
Yeah. And they all have pointy heads.
Yes, they would. Mike, I think the Washington football team should be called what?
After Congress, the Washington Incompetents.
Oh,
That works. That works.
Washington Incompetence, and they like that because it's not an S at the end, so it's like the force, the incompetence. Yeah,
As opposed to incontinence. Yes.
exactly. Yes.
Oh, they could
Carie-
be that too.
Carie, what do you? I think the Washington football team should be called what?
There's not a whole lot out there that I like, but I do like these. The Washington Cherry Blossoms.
Oh, they cannot tell a lie if you knock them down. Yeah.
Which we hope to this Sunday or Monday.
Mhm.
My next one is also kind of well, actually, the last three are all really Congress related. I think the Washington football team should be called the Washington Gridlock.
I like that.
That kind of,
Yeah.
fits.
Play on the
Okay,
field.
that kind of counts with one of mine. I had the Washington Traffic Jams.
That works. That works. Mike,
Yeah, that's
what do you think
good.
the Washington team should be called?
Well, my wife came up with the indecisiveness.
That's a good one.
A little official.
She couldn't decide. The Washington Indecisiveness.
Yes.
Carie, what do you think your Washington team should be called?
I'm going with the Washington Whipple Waffles.
I like
Whipple
that.
waffles.
And
That's good
along that
poppers.
line, I came up with the Hem Haws.
The Hem
That's a good
Haws.
one.
I
Yeah,
came
the
up.
Washington-
I came up.
I'm noticing a trend here.
Yes, Dustin.
I was just thinking, know people that have worked over at Walter Reed and over in the DC area, and maybe they should be called the Washington Crime Wave.
Ooh,
People are constantly
that
getting
is
mugged
on.
over there.
That
Mhm.
is good. Yes.
I went with the Washington Filibusters. I thought that was kind of a cool name.
That's good.
Nice.
Mike, do you have another one?
I have my final one, and I think this would solve a lot of problems. You change the logo to a potato and bring back the Washington Redskins.
The Washington Redskins potatoes.
That would solve a lot
Beautiful.
of problems.
Beautiful.
No, then they'd be the Washington Twice Baked.
Oh,
There you go.
There you go.
which would be more in Seattle because of the league. Yeah, we're welcome.
Yeah.
Way you
Yeah.
went there.
Carie, you got
There's
another
some
one?
garlic on them potatoes.
Yeah, so the only other things that I really liked about Washington was the Metro. So I'm going with the Washington Metros.
The Washington Metros.
There you
I
go.
had one left. I thought that this one would work, especially for those of us who are old enough to know this, but this would be an excuse for a team to beat them every week. They're the Washington interns. Because, and I'll leave
Nice.
that where that is for now.
I would suggest so.
And we'll move on to another take a crack at this phrase. And since we just had Thanksgiving, I want to give everyone here on the posse a chance to talk about what they are thankful for. So we'll start with Carie. So Carie,
Okay.
Carie, you just tell us everything. What are you? I'm thankful for what? What are you thankful for?
I am thankful. Well, most recently, I'm thankful for Tyler Lockett's 115 receiving yards last weekend. That
Yeah.
made me very thankful.
Yes,
Uh,
my fantasy team was
I'm
thankful
very,
for that.
yeah, I'm very thankful. We at least saw a touchdown last weekend. I was very thankful for that. I'm very thankful we didn't see a DK unsportsmanlike penalty in that game. I was very thankful for that. I'm thankful that we haven't had a whole lot of cardiac moments this season, but I'm putting wins for the 2022 season on my Christmas list.
Oh,
And
Nice.
I am most thankful and I'm most grateful for my friends and family, even in this exceptionally tough 2021. I thought 2021 was going to come in and it was going to be better than 2020, but no, it came in my husband's crazy ex-wife and just did crazy ex-wife things. And
Yikes.
It just hasn't been better. So I am utterly, utterly thankful for my family, my friends, my 12 peeps, and I'm grateful for everybody's health and looking forward to 2022. Let's do this thing.
Yeah.
Well done. Well done.
Good job. Good job.
Mike Pascale, what are you thankful for?
I am thankful for three things. I am thankful that Russ is back and not Aaron Rodgers. And I am thankful that, unlike Taylor Heineke, our quarterback's last name doesn't sound like a muffler shop.
Meineke Heineke.
Thank you. And lastly, I'm very, very, very thankful that our football team actually has a name and a logo.
Yay!
Nice.
Excellent, excellent. Well done, Mike.
That was great.
Yeah. Dustin, what are you thankful for?
Well, given the state of the football team this year, I'm very thankful for the Kraken, Sounders, and Mariners. The Mariners had an enjoyable season. The Sounders had a good season, even though it came to an end prematurely this last weekend.
Wait, we're not doing this. We're not doing this. I'm not there yet. It's too soon.
Right?
Too soon.
Then the Kraken are fun to watch. It doesn't matter if they win or lose, they're new, so they have that leeway right now. Thankful Matt isn't here for trivia like the other people here tonight. I'm also thankful alcohol deliveries are on time this football season, because without it, I don't know where we'd be.
Yep.
There's a lot of stuff that's not on the shelves. Alcohol has been consistent, so I appreciate it.
Yeah, there you go.
And then a more serious note, it's been a pretty tough year. I'm thankful that, first of all, for the family that I still have around, for the friends I still have around. Thankful that my grandma got to live through the golden years of Seahawks football. She put a lot of time in with a lot of bad football, and she was there when we got to see the wins and and the Super Bowl and all that. And then I'm also coming out of this golden era. My kids are a little spoiled right now. They don't know the Seahawks as anything but a winner. So kind of in a backhanded way, I'm also kind of thankful that they're going to get to experience a little bit of adversity in their
Agreed.
sports fan life. It'll make them appreciate it more when we're better again.
Agreed. Awesome. Yeah, I agree with that. I have a fair list here. I'm thankful that we have Jaguars on the schedule. That was great. And speaking of the Jaguars, I'm thankful the Jaguars decided that a punter in the third round was more important than drafting a quarterback named Russell Wilson. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Back in the day. I'm thankful that Seattle is known for rain and coffee and not fire, hail, and meth. Because, you know.
Like
We have our fair share of meth over here.
Yeah, but
Hey,
no
y'all got
fire,
nothing on the Ozarks. I'm just saying.
No fire, hail.
They're not throwing meth at the fish market, though.
No. I'm thankful Cam Newton found a home and it was not Seattle. I'm thankful our quarterback doesn't lie about things like vaccinations.
Yep.
I'm thankful for Super Bowl 48. In fact,
Have your turn.
I'm thankful for that whole season leading up to Super Bowl 48. That whole wonderful year, I will never forget. I'm thankful for Seahawks football. All of it, win or lose, as good as we get or as bad as we get. I'm thankful for this show. And I'm thankful for everybody who's here, who's listening, who's been here, who's contributed over the 9 years that we've done this show, 200 episodes and counting. Very thankful for everyone who puts their time and their effort in for this. And I'm thankful for my family and friends. And like everyone else, I don't want to get too sentimental. It's been an incredibly rough 2021, but it's been easier to do with this show and with my friends and my Seahawk friends and family from around the country and around the world, really. So I'm thankful for all of you and all that you all do. So thank you.
And hell, even more so this year
Thank you.
than normal, because we actually got to go to a couple games together and hang out at a
Yes.
couple of them.
Yes.
In Indy and then in Seattle with Mark
Yes.
as well. So
Which was wonderful. Thankful for that as well. And I'm thankful it's the end of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter, bitches.
All right, we're at the end of the first quarter of this special Washington edition of your 12-Man Fan Jam Show. Coming up next, we have to go back and look at that game against the Cardinals, and we'll do that, unfortunately, right after this.
I'm Mosette, and this is the 12-Man Fan Jam Show. Dad, what are you thankful for this season?
Well, I'm thankful for family and friends and, of course, Seahawk football.
That's nice.
Yeah. What are you thankful for, Mosette?
I'm thankful for my family, my friends, and I guess my job.
Oh, that's very nice.
Hey, Sam, what are you thankful for?
Oh, I'm thankful for that Cam Newton is still on the Seahawks.
Okay, game out.
Dad,
game out.
no,
game
Dad,
out.
no,
We're not going to do game out. Game out. Come on, game out. No. Welcome to the second quarter of episode 915 of your 12-Man Fan Jam Show. We are all thankful. And we are thankful that we have another game this Monday night against the Washington, I don't know, whatever they are. But, you know, when it's Monday night, that means we got something to talk about, baby.
Yep.
Yeah. Monday Night Football. Seahawks, Washington. Okay, enough of that. And this man, Billy Kilmer. All right. So but before we get there, we have to recap last week's game. Lost to the Cardinals.
Boo.
Yeah, we'll just move on. Dustin, what were your
Yeah.
thoughts on the game?
Sucked. Back to
Okay.
you, Dennis.
All right. Mike? No.
Well, it's
you know,
I figured it was going to be. Well, we kind of started off with a disappointing note earlier in the week whenever Chris Carson went on the IR, and we knew his season was over. And you knew the run game just Alex Collins is going to play as hard as he can, but you know the run game's just not going to be there, not in the same way without Chris Carson. If nothing else, that same respect for the run game is going to be there, and that's going to make things hard for us. And that was proven this last week. We're not running the ball enough, and I think it's I think Pete Carroll said a lot of it is because we're not converting enough on third downs, which obviously we're not. You can't extend the game. You can't extend the drives. It makes it harder to run the ball. But I wish they would stick with it. But I don't see it happening. And it's I don't know. Everything's kind of feel like Pete did in the press conference. Like I don't have any answers. I don't know what's happening. Things just aren't operating the way they should. There's too much talent on this team for them to not be winning. And I know you asked about the Cardinals game specifically, but what I'm saying right now could be said for 6 other games this season, because it is the same story over and over with no real answer and no real resolution.
It is.
So it's and this was without Kyler Murray, without DeAndre Hopkins, and we could not get off the field. With the defense, and the offense couldn't stay on the field. And you can't win games like that. That's the bottom line.
No, you really can't. I thought that, I didn't get to see the game either, but I got to watch it afterwards and I recorded it, watched it all the way through. I felt like they were running. I felt like there was a running game. I don't know. They didn't run enough, but I felt like it wasn't an effect. If I remember, I was around 20 rushes, 80 yards. I'll take that. You're 4 yards a carry, right?
That's good for one person, but that's not enough.
Well, no, it's not enough. It's not enough. But
that's what I'm talking about volume wise. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like we were running well enough for it could have been more than 20 times, I guess is what I'm saying.
Yeah. But we're getting away from the run and getting too pass happy when that's just not happening. Russell Wilson's, I don't care what they say, his finger's not right. And you can see because the ball is not, his throws are not accurate the way they should be. It happens 2, 3, 4 times a game. And it's a grip issue on the ball. He can't place it where he wants to because his finger's not allowing him to grip the ball properly and follow through. Yeah. But, bang your head against the wall and, that's what we're doing right now.
Yeah, that's exactly what we're doing. Mike, what about you? What are your thoughts about the game last
Sunday?
Well,
it's funny. There were only 3 games on in that time slot. And 2 of them aired here, except for the Seahawks. and that should have been my omen. So I watched the highlights, and
that shouldn't have taken long.
The only thing I noticed was the lack of, like what Dustin said, not just third down on our side, but their side. We had looks like we had several chances to close down their drives. And the quarterback was in the grasp a couple of times, and they just let him slip through, and he made a play every single time. And then those quarterback sneaks took him by surprise. And the defense is doing okay. We held them to, other than that garbage touchdown at the end, which was a penalty.
Yeah,
that was pretty good. But they just got to step up. They got to keep our drives going and stop their drives from going.
Yeah, exactly.
That stat that they put out after the fact where they said that the only quarterback that's had a win in CenturyLink, or I'm sorry, wow, in
Lumen.
Lumen Field last season and this season. The only quarterback that's had one is the quarterback we just lost to, because he beat us last year with the Giants as well in Seattle.
That's embarrassing.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's embarrassing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Carrie, what are your thoughts here?
I have zero to say about the offense. I do not understand why it is consistently bad year after year after year. I don't understand why it's happening. I feel much like a lot of folks doing that don't understand. But I'm more concerned about the fact that it felt like the defense regressed during this game. We weren't getting the amount of intensity I felt on this game that we had previously. And most importantly, if you can't freaking get to the quarterback, then what is the point? I just felt like we had way too many missed opportunities to put him on his butt in the grass, and we just didn't do it. Like, it just wasn't there.
Mm-hmm.
There was no intensity. It felt very lackadaisical the whole entire time. And I didn't understand that because we felt like we were trending upwards on the defense, and then it felt like a regression. So I got nothing to say about the offense. I am so frustrated. But the defense, I really hope makes a comeback this week. I really need them to make a comeback this week.
yeah.
Monday needs to be their night again.
Well,
I am so glad you said that.
I know that we had secondary issues because Trey Brown is injured out for the season.
Oh.
We lost Reed for the game. He didn't
Mhm.
play. And then we had another injury during the game. Who the hell was it? Another corner got hurt during the game. I forget who it was off the top of my head. But so if you can't defend in the secondary, you have to at least be able to put pressure on the quarterback, and we haven't been able to do that either.
Yeah.
Now, buddy of mine was telling me, he buddies with a lot of players, knows a lot of stuff. He was saying that Alton Smith was in town this weekend, staying at the Marriott, and was going to talk to the Seahawks, even though it hadn't been reported.
Oh.
So I think the Seahawks might be thinking, okay, we're hurting in the secondary. We don't have options there. Maybe we can find some guys to help with the pass rush at least, because if you have a bad secondary, the pass rush is the way you're going to resolve that. So
yeah, we got to contain the quarterback because we have nothing. We have nothing in the backfield. There's just nothing there. Right now we're just decimated. We've got to contain the quarterback. We just have to.
I am so glad you said the thing about intensity, because I'm watching that game and I'm thinking, well, the running game looks okay. The defense actually looked okay for the most game, and I'm watching this. I go, there's no emotion in this team at all. They're
the only tone setter is Gerald Everett's the only tone setter.
Yeah, there's no attitude, there's no swag, there's nothing on this team right now. They are, and that worries me, because is that a reflection of how they feel overall? And if it is, I hate to say it, if our coach is losing that locker room, then that's a concern moving forward. Now we'll see. We've got a lot of games left to see if they really feel that way. But when they were playing the Cardinals, I felt like both offensively and defensively, they were just flat. There was no emotion. There was no intensity. Like you said, Gerald Everett, yes. But overall, there just wasn't any kind of go get them attitude at all. Like they were just going through the motion. And if they do that to the end of the year, I think there has to be something done about that.
I think some of that is coaching staff for sure, but I also think a lot of that is GM, to be honest, because part of the evaluations is like the I don't want to call it a mental evaluation, because that sounds like you're looking for, mental disease or whatever. The drive, the love for football, like the alpha male type personality type thing, that's all part of it. And when we had guys here like Richard Sherman and Cam Chancellor, Brandon Browner, to a certain extent, he took it too far, as in prison now. But there's gotta be a place where that stops. But you have to bring in players that have that personality. Like Bobby Wagner is a hell of a player. He's not that fiery, get in your face, talk shit, get everybody motivated kind of guy. That's not him.
He's not.
I don't think we have that guy or those guys on the team right now, because you don't see it, because it doesn't matter if you're losing or there's issues with the coaching staff. Those guys are going to be those guys. They're going to come in with their personality. They're going to come in with their attitude, and they're going to take pride in knock people's heads off and tell them about it afterwards.
Like
and I don't think we have those guys right now. Yeah, it's got to be GM is a part of this equation as well.
It's just sad to see the total lack of of any kind of emotion from this team after so many emotional years with this team. And I think that was a big factor why they were successful in the past. But
Absolutely.
yeah. Any final words before we go ahead and put this behind us? I'd like to go ahead and do that as soon as possible.
Still thankful for rum.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Hot toddies.
And
There you go.
let's I want to give the Cards a little
Water.
credit before we do quit it. Let's give the Cards a little credit. They came in with no starting quarterback, no DeAndre Hopkins. They still won the game. They still grinded it out, and they definitely look like a team, not just how they play, but in their attitude that they are here for the duration, and that their indication to me is that they are not just happy just getting into playoffs this year, that they are looking above that and beyond that. And so we'll see how they
Yeah.
do. But
The coach, the coach.
Yeah.
too, the coach.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess. I don't know. I mean, that's becoming a more of a regular occurrence. So I don't know how much credit I give to them. Same thing happened to us last year in the playoffs.
yeah.
So come in
Sure.
with a backup quarterback, get our ass whooped.
Yeah,
Yep.
right. So, all right.
On
Well,
that note,
on that note, let's get ass whipped. Let's go to the 2-minute warning. See how we're doing on the posse prediction challenge. It's a 2-minute warning, thank God.
that almost
And,
went out the nose.
Yeah. Woo! You don't want to know what we were talking about before, but let's look at the posse prediction challenge. This will be quick because, of course, it was a loss. You look at the scores. Mark had 23-13 the other way, so I gave it to him. That he got a point. That's all that is. No prognostications, and there's no game ball because we didn't win, so who cares? But everybody got the under except for Dustin. So
Hey, screw you, Dennis.
Dustin went out on a limb, did not work out. So scores this week: Mark tied Turner with 2, just about everybody with 1 except for Dustin. Which means our scores look like this: Chris at 15, Jimmy, Mark at 14, Matt at
Bringing up the
12,
rear.
Dustin, Moses, Little Mo at 11, Carie, Jose, Will, Mike, and Andy. Which means going into these scores, our score is Team 12 75, Team Posse 69. Widen your lead just a little.
Stop it right there. We're
Just
done.
a little.
It's over.
But 6 points.
Am I not wrong? Is this like the lowest freaking scoring
Yeah.
predictions team?
Well, yeah, because every time they lose, we don't get a game ball. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not wrong.
No, you're not wrong at all.
Like, this hurts my competitive heart.
It does, but hopefully we'll get it back here. So let's put this behind us and look forward to Washington and, of course, halftime.
Holy shit, it's halftime!
Yes, coming up, so much more show. We go now to Washington to talk about the Washington football team. We're going to have predictions. We're going to have prognostications, game balls, injury reports, and a fashion report, and sermons. Before I do all that, it is the best Seahawk themed trivia game on the internet. 12-man Fan Jam Show halftime trivia.
The world.
And that is coming up next.
You are watching the 12-Man Fan Jam Show, a Seahawk Positivity production.
Yes, welcome to the best Seahawk themed trivia game on the internet. I refer to 12-man Fan Jam Show halftime trivia
Of the world!
There you go, Mike. Good job.
The trivia game that
Right.
challenges the eardrums of both our listeners and watchers and our posse. The trivia game is, our contestants are, of course, Carie, Mike, and Dustin. The rules are this: there are 2 rounds of questions. Each of you get 1 question per round, 1 point right for each answer, and then a final question worth 2 points. Whoever wins will be crowned 12-man Fan Jam Show halftime trivia champion of episode 915, and a prize specially chosen for them. Dustin, remind you.
Hi, Dustin
guess-
Live.
They say hi, Lindsay.
Hi, Lindsay.
Somebody
Hi,
treat me.
Lindsay.
Hi, Lindsay.
I was waiting for the knife to come out.
I was just
Right.
about to say no Googling and anything like that, but and Dustin's, Dustin's no Lindsay. So,
Yes.
Yeah.
but you can ask the kids once per round. The first 2 rounds, you can ask the kids what they said if you want to know. So, all right. So let's see. Ladies first. Carie, question 1, 2, or 3. Which one would
Hold on,
you
did
like?
you say that was once per round? Is that what you said?
Well, once per 2 rounds, I guess I should have said.
Yeah. There you go. Let's say.
3.
Carie wants 3. Mike, you want 1 or 2?
2.
And that brings Dustin. One of the questions is not a football question, of course, each round.
Right.
So remember that.
That's what Carrie's hoping for.
All right. Yeah.
True story.
Dustin, your question is a football question.
About the Seahawks?
Yeah, it is. When the Seahawks played Washington back in 2020, how many times did the Seahawks sack Dwayne Haskins? 3, 4, or 5 times. How many sacks on Dwayne Haskins in 2020?
That's
Yes!
I was going to ask who Dwayne Haskins was.
Yeah, no kidding.
Well, we didn't have that great of a pass rush last year until after we got Carlos Dunlap.
True.
Problem is, I don't remember what part of the schedule we played them. Was it before Carlos or was it a post Carlos? I'll say 4. I actually have no wait. Let me. I saw you were getting bored. I feel like I should talk longer.
No, keep
Or
going,
this
please.
Washington filibuster idea that we had discussed.
Yeah.
No, I'll stick with 4.
Are you sure?
Sure as I'm going to be.
All right. He's going to stick with 4 after I maybe convinced him not to. We'll see. So Mosette said 4 and Little Mo said 3 and you said 4.
So Matt says 5.
Yes!
Oh, nice.
You got it.
There we go. There we go. Thank you. I'll
You're
be
on
here
the
all night.
board. Dustin on the board. Mike,
Woo.
are you ready?
Yes.
Your question is this. It's also a football question. So Carie, get excited.
Oh, good for Carrie.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah.
When the Seahawks played Washington in the playoffs in 2013, how many times did Washington sack Russell Wilson? 3, 4, or 5 times. How many times did Russell get sacked against Washington in 2013? That was that game that we were down 14-0 and came back and won.
So that was a low scoring game. That's where
Yeah.
RG3 blew out his knee.
Yes.
Finished blowing
Oh,
out his
that
knee
one,
anyways.
yeah. Well, I don't remember him getting sacked that much. So I got to go with 3.
Got to go with 3. All right. Well, Little Mo and Mosette also said 3.
Ooh.
You said 3. Can't all be wrong. I mean, right? I mean,
Uh-oh. Here it comes.
you
That's
can when it's
ominous.
I was going to
5
say
times.
5. I should have done the Maddie thing.
5 times. 5 times.
Pretty low scoring,
Well,
and the
that's
field
just the
sucked. and
legacy of.
Yeah, the weather sucked. The field sucked.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Probably 5 of those.
Dr.
first
Andrews
quarter,
is over there trying to like duct tape RG3's knee back together in the tent.
basically. Hey, Carie, that means that yours is a non-football question. You ready?
Let's do this thing.
All right. Well, I want to know who was the first United States president to pardon a turkey? First United States president to pardon a turkey on Thanksgiving. Lyndon Johnson, John F. Kennedy, or Richard Nixon? Who was the
I know
first to
that
pardon a turkey?
Got an idea.
I don't think it's as old as. Well, no. It might be. I
He
don't think
knows
it was
Dennis. He's been
Nixon.
around a long time. He knows old stuff.
I've been around a long time too. Yeah, I'm gonna heck with it. Lyndon Johnson.
Heck with it. Lyndon Johnson. Heck with it, Lyndon Johnson. That's what Mosette said. Mosette said Lyndon Johnson.
All right.
She didn't say heck with it. She said Lyndon Johnson. Little Mo said JFK. No one said Nixon. He's not a crook.
I was thinking JFK.
You said Johnson.
No. I know it's Johnson.
It's Kennedy.
Mm.
It was Kennedy.
Kennedy.
I was
Mm.
thinking it was
Kennedy.
Kennedy.
I
Yeah.
thought it was older than Kennedy, but
Yeah,
okay.
so we go through the first round. Dustin has a point. Mike and Carie do not. So round 2, same thing. 3 questions. One of them will be non-football related. Dustin, 4, 5, or 6?
I'll go 4. I'll let those guys have their other spots they wanted.
Carie, you want 5 or 6?
I'm gonna go with 5.
And that will leave Mike with 6. All
6.
right. Dustin, your question is non-football.
Oh. Does it
And
go into
there's my
that
next
Kennedy
non-point.
conspiracy and like how the turkey thing fits into the Kennedy conspiracy? Is that part of it?
No.
No? Okay. All right. Well,
I want to know
Come on.
what United States president received a live raccoon for Thanksgiving. They received a live raccoon for Thanksgiving. Was it Calvin Coolidge, Herbert Hoover, or Teddy Roosevelt? Which one of those presidents actually received a live raccoon as
That's
a gift
easy.
on Thanksgiving?
Too easy.
I don't know that at all. I know Pocahontas had a friend that was a raccoon. I saw that cartoon.
Ooh.
Don't believe everything Disney tells you, man. Don't do it.
No, it's true.
Don't believe in Disney.
I saw it. I hope this was a prank that they were doing. That's some shenanigans I could be down
This
with.
was a president that loved animals a lot.
Oh,
And you can too for 1995. We'll go that way.
3 easy installments. I'll say Roosevelt. He's the one I know the best out of the 3 of them, but I have no idea.
Mike, I'm curious. You seem to know this.
I saw it on
Is
a
he
TV
right?
show. I'm pretty sure it was Roosevelt because of he's the whole conservation guy, and he was a hunter too.
Oh.
Well, both kids thought it was Teddy Roosevelt too. You all thought it was Teddy
Oh,
Roosevelt.
that means it's wrong.
Yeah. 100% wrong.
Calvin Coolidge.
Oh,
Calvin Coolidge was given a live raccoon as a gift for Thanksgiving.
And it
That
wasn't a
feels
prank?
Random.
No.
What does one do with a live raccoon?
yeah, it was on the Mysteries at the Museum.
Oh, really?
He ended up giving it a name, and it went well.
Oh, son of a bitch. You're
went
right.
And became
viral.
vice president.
It went
No.
viral compared,
A
as far as
raccoon.
that era
What
went.
does
He
one
was-
do with a live
newspaper-
raccoon when you're the president of the United States?
Hire
It's me.
somebody to train it.
I guess they're pardoning
Yeah.
raccoons now too.
He became
Yeah.
Secretary of State.
Yeah.
He started a program on enhanced animals, and that's with the dolphins and the Navy and whatnot, and that's how we got Rocket Raccoon. Believe it or
Exactly.
not. True story.
He ended up in
He's
All
a
right.
guardian of the galaxy.
So I know the Navy and the dolphin thing.
And
They were
I'm Groot.
the mine detectors.
Yeah, they were doing
Yep.
experiments on trees and raccoons and stuff too, and that's how we ended up with the Guardians of the Galaxy. True story.
Yeah, I'm not. Mhm.
No.
And I am Groot.
Yeah.
All right, Carie. I got you, Dustin. I hear you. Carie, question 5. Obviously, the rest are football questions. The first time the Seahawks beat Washington was back in 1980. 1980. How many turnovers did the Washington team have in 1980? 3, 4, or 5?
Why is there an asterisk on one of the numbers?
Well,
3, 4, or
no.
5, Carie?
I'd go out on a limb on this
4.
one and pick 4.
You think
Going
4?
4.
You think 4?
I'm going 4.
Are
Yeah.
you sure? That could be a-
Nope, but I'm going 4.
Are you
Splitting
sure?
the dip.
What
Yep,
did the
I'm
kids
splitting the
say?
dip.
Little Mo said 4. Mosette said 3.
What does the asterisk say?
It's 4.
Wow.
Nice job, Dennis.
Hint.
Nice
Carie gets a
job.
gift.
Yeah.
I get
Carie,
a point.
Merry Christmas.
Right.
Mike.
Oh,
we know.
Usually we'll reshoot stuff like this, but
Nah,
you see, Carrie, you're gonna beat
No.
me, Carrie.
no reshooting, Carie. You got a gift. Mike,
Yes.
when Seahawks played Washington in 1994, how many turnovers did Washington have in that game? 3, 4, or 5? No help.
where's the asterisk?
No asterisks. No help. 3, 4,
I'm
or 5?
Googling.
No, Googling.
Hey, Alexa. Somebody-
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Hey Siri.
I don't care, Mike. Answer it yourself.
No Siri.
Well,
Carrie.
I'm gonna ask the kid.
Okay, they both said 3.
Oh no. Oh my God. Because everybody said 3 the last one and they got it wrong.
Well, this is 2 years past our worst defense ever.
Worst
Um,
offense ever.
I gotta go with 3.
92.
Oh,
was
you're
the
right. Worst offense ever. You're right. Worst offense.
Playing
You're
the
right. You're
numbers.
right.
What are you
I'm
going
playing
with?
the numbers. 3.
3. Mike's going 3. Lil Momos, that said 3.
And the previous answer was 4.
You
I like
said
the
3.
optimism.
You said 3. We can't all be wrong, can we?
No, no.
No, because it's 3.
Nice job. Nice job.
What?
Because the last one. remember,
Everybody's
was-
got a point.
Look at us guessers.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
how that's-
Bring out
Yeah.
the cheerleaders.
Yep.
Woo.
We don't
That's
really
all right.
know anything. We just guess correctly sometimes.
There will be a winner because now it's time for the final question. Now it's time for the final question. Yeah. All right.
Woo, baby.
Final question worth 2 points. The winner will be the reigning champion of 12-Man Fan Jam Show halftime trivia for
Of the world.
episode 915. It's a number. Whoever's closest without going over gets the 2 points. If everybody's over, whoever's the closest to the number gets that 2 points. The order will go Dustin, Mike, Carie.
DMC.
It's tricky, tricky,
Here we
tricky,
go.
tricky, tricky.
All right. Final question has to go with this. The Seahawks have played Washington in the playoffs 3 times. 3 times we've played them in the playoffs.
I beat them all 3 times.
I want to know the total number of points the Seahawks scored in all 3 playoff games added together. Total playoff points Seahawks have scored against Washington in 3 playoff games. Dustin.
I think all 3 have been this decade too, and I'm pretty sure we beat them all 3 times.
I think you're right.
And I don't think they've ever been high scoring.
Are you Googling, Mike?
No, I was actually using old-fashioned math.
You're doing
Pen
math.
paper.
Dustin's favorite.
I'll say 41.
Dustin says 41. Mike.
I'm going to go with 43.
43.
Ooh,
Carie, 41,
not
43.
leaving her much room.
I hate being left because I was going to go 44,
games.
then I was going to go 43.
games.
Either pick number 1 or 44. That's what I would do.
Right, yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Well, 1 point would be obnoxious, so
But it lets you win.
41,
If it's under.
41, 43.
Oh,
Yeah,
I got-
heck with it.
What's your bid?
38,
What?
38.
Oh
38.
goodness. Oh goodness. Okay.
38.
I was
Okay.
going to change mine to 50.
All right. And a total of 3.
That was
games.
bold, Gary. That was bold.
Yeah.
38. Total of 3 playoff games. The Seahawks have scored a total of 79 total points.
Wow.
Oh shit. More than I thought.
Wow.
Iron Man Mike Pascale's the winner. 3 games, y'all. 3 games. You're doing 40 points. That's 10 points a game. They're not going to win by 10 points. They're not going to win like 10-2 or something.
Well, I know the one game we scored. I want to say we scored pretty low, like 17 or
24,
something like
I was
that.
gonna say, wasn't it like 14 or 17 or something?
Yeah.
No,
I was
it's
thinking they were all
low.
lower scoring.
It's 79 points in 3 games. Mike Pascale is our 12-man Fan Jam Show halftime trivia champion this week.
Yeah.
Congratulations,
on.
Mike. Well done.
Thank you.
Congratulations. And thank you all for another eye-opening, award-winning, stomach-turning, heart-pounding 12-man Fan Jam Show halftime trivia
Of the world.
of the world. We'll be back in the second half of the show. We're going to talk about Washington the rest of the way out. Iron Man, Black Sabbath, Mike
Great song.
Pascale, take us
Great song.
out.
Great song.
You are watching the 12-Man Fan Jam Show, a Seahawk Positivity production.
Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
It's the third quarter, bitches.
Yes, welcome to the second half of your 12-man Fan Jam Show. Remember, for a transcript of this show, take down a pencil, paper, and write down everything we say. This is
It's
the
not
second. Yeah, this is there. Mike is on his way. We're here with Mike and Carie and Dustin. It's been a lot of fun. Now we're going to talk about that Washington game that is done. When are they playing that game? I think they're playing it on Monday night.
Da, da, da,
Monday
da.
night football.
Dun, 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 dun.
Seahawks, Washington. Don't miss it. 8:25, I think, Eastern time, 5:25 on the West Coast, and I think sometime in 1985 if you're in England. I don't know. We'll figure it out later. But while we do that, figure out the time, we're going to go ahead and go with our information. We're going to start with our injury report with our resident doctor, Dr. Dustin, with the 12-man Fan Jam Show injury report. Dr. Dustin, tell us the news.
Well, as you know, it's a Monday Night Football game this week, so the injury report looks a little different than normal. I can't break down anybody as far as being out, doubtful, or otherwise.
Break it down.
All we know is who practiced and who didn't, and most of it doesn't really matter at this point, to be honest with you. But we're going to do this anyways. So we'll go with the Washington football team. Did not practice. Tackle Sam Cosmi, he has a hip injury. Center Tyler Larson has a knee injury. Tight end Ricky Seals Jones has a hip injury. Don't know if any of that's going to matter come tomorrow. Limited in practice. Running back Antonio Gibson, he has a shin injury. Linebacker Cole Holcomb has a shoulder injury. Wide receiver Adam Humphries has a hip injury. Running back J.D. McKissick has an ankle injury. I like that guy. I remember him. Like that guy. There's some nostalgia there.
Yeah.
Wide receiver Curtis. Yep. Wide receiver Curtis Samuel has a groin injury, and guard Brandon Scherf has a knee injury. Scherf sounds good. I'm not sure. I don't care. Anyways, now up to Seahawks. We did not practice, like a lot of people. Damian Lewis has an elbow injury, didn't practice. Jamarco Jones has a back injury, didn't practice. Trey Brown is on the report for some reason. He's on the IR. He has to have surgery for his patella, for a patellar tendon. So he shouldn't even be listed.
He's done
for this. He's done for the year. Rashad Penny hurt his hamstring because he played last week.
Rashad Penny's injured. What?
Yeah. He's kind of the new pro size. In a lot of ways. Kinda. Yeah. So
that mantle has been passed.
He was in an actual NFL game last week and had a play, and so now he's injured.
Yeah.
Like, you just got to show up to win.
Yeah. Brandon Shell has a shoulder injury. Might explain some of his play recently on right tackle. Travis Homer's got a calf injury. Yep. And Geno Smith, he was a late addition to the injury report. He's got a back injury he's dealing with, probably muscle cramps or something.
Oh, I thought you were going to say he was butthurt because he's not playing anymore.
Yeah.
Right.
No,
too.
Not a
so I wonder if
backside
Jacob
injury per
Eason's
se.
coming off the inactive.
Oh, maybe. I didn't bother to look into all that because, like I said, at this point, none of this matters. I'm just going through the motions.
Yeah.
So, limited participation in practice. Yeah.
And nobody does it better than you, Dustin. Going through the motions.
Go through the motions.
That was awesome. That was awesome.
Our limited in practice was Alex Collins. His abdomen hurts, probably from Thanksgiving. I don't know. Ate too much turkey.
Yeah.
Not sure. Jordan Brooks has a hip injury.
Oh.
That's a problem if he actually doesn't play.
Mm-hmm.
And then cornerback DJ Reed was limited with a knee injury, but that's good though because he had a secondary injury last week and now it's limited to one, so that helps. Yeah. And that's it for the injury report. Nobody else on there. I don't know who's left anyways.
That's true. Doesn't matter. Yeah. Thanks, Dustin. Well done.
Yeah.
And now this is
working hard over here.
Yeah, this is where we usually take time to have Maddie give us a fashion and weather report, but since he's not here, I get to do the weather and fashion report. So, Moses, yes.
Breaking news. Apple Cup.
Apple
It's
Cup
now
news.
20-7 Cougars.
Boo! Oh, boo. Okay,
You
whatever.
may proceed.
I'm right down the middle, so I will cheer or boo for both. So, by the way, weather fashion report is going to be about 55 degrees during the game, 5% chance of rain. So a lot of Bidens, as Matt would say, a lot of Fahrenheit Fs that he doesn't know what those are. Celsius, I think that comes out to like -30. I don't know. I'm not doing math.
That sounds
It's
right.
50,
Yeah,
about
screw
50
that.
degrees.
Screw
So
that.
yeah, so we're gonna move on as far as what to wear if you're going to the game, as Maddie would say. Since you're going to Washington, I think you could dress up in a variety of ways. You could dress up as your favorite presidential slave owner off your favorite dollar bill if you want to do that, or you could dress up like the guys from Hamilton, which look very snazzy in their outfits. I'm sorry.
The room where it happened. The room where it happened.
Wow.
Exactly. Or it could also do this, especially if you're female. If you want to wear a dress and have a stain on it, you can go as an intern, which would be interesting. Watch the intern. Those of you who remember the Bill Clinton era will get a joke, laugh out of that. Otherwise, the rest of you don't worry about that. Look up Monica Lewinsky.
You went there.
Dress, and I went there, and Matt would have gone there. So that's our weather. And put that all together. Throw a Seahawk jersey over it, and you are good to go. And meanwhile,
Don't forget your flak jacket, though.
Yes.
Don't forget your flak jacket.
Oh, yes, definitely. And as Maddie would say, it sounds like perfect football weather. Back to you, Moses. And I'll say thank you, Maddie. So thank you.
Perfect Seahawks weather. How long have you been doing this show, sir?
I don't pay attention when everybody else is talking about me.
That's fair.
Let's just
Neither
be
do I.
honest. Yeah.
Neither do I.
So
Boy, y'all are just honest tonight.
we are.
Honest.
So thank you, me. And that concludes the
Feeling
fashion report.
honesty.
Yeah. It's the theme of the show.
And now it is time for our self-appointed Reverend Moses of the St. Paul Allen Church of Seahawk Positivity and his sermon for the next game. Oh, Reverend.
Yes, it is I, the Reverend Moses of the St. Paul Allen Church Seahawk Positivity. How is everyone doing this evening?
Doing good. Sir.
Hello.
So good to see you all this evening. My goodness, what the hell is this? Maddie, did you finally go under the knife? It's about time. Oh, it's Carie. I'm sorry. I thought Maddie finally became what he dreamed of being, but it's Carie. Hi, Carie. So good to see you.
Hello.
And holy cow, Will, you got a lot older. It's Mike. That's Mike. Well, the posse looks like they've jumped into rebuild mode faster than the Seahawks. I need a printed rock roster here.
We were due.
See who I'm seeing on this show. Dustin's here, though, the one constant. Dustin and Rum. God bless them. All right, let's get some church up in here. Friends, I'm so glad to be once again here, and I know that you're all hurting, you're all in pain, and we're all in pain, but we need to be thankful as we are still basking in the warm glow of Seahawk positivity, reading from the book of the 2021 NFL season, chapter 11, verses 3 to 12. For they did travel eastward, they came unto the land of the presidents, the land of our forefathers, the land of filibusters and corruption, and there they did find that team with no name. The team that has no name did look to defeat us. They rose up and were swatted down in the land of politics and gridlock. And the power of Seahawk positivity was too great for them. And those without a name were left nameless and winless. That is the power of Seahawk positivity. Do you feel the power? If you feel the power, let me hear it. I'm in, nice and loud.
I'm in.
I'm in.
Yes. And if you believe in the power to give our defense the ability to make Washington feel like you have a points deficit instead of any other kind of deficit you want to talk about. Let's hear it. I'm in, nice and loud.
I'm in.
Yes. If you believe the power to give our offense the ability to score better and more than Bill Clinton at an intern convention. Let's hear it. I'm in, nice and loud.
I'm in.
Or Bill Clinton's been
like
through it tonight, but that's all right. We're going with it. Yes. That is the power, my brethren. We are loud and proud. This team has no name in Washington. They don't deserve one. They have the personality of a wet blanket, the excitement of a political debate. You know what I'm saying? They're awful. But we shall win because we know our name. We have a motto. We have a logo. We have a mascot. And we also have some secret weapons. And that is the power of Seahawk positivity. This has been your self-appointed Reverend Moses of the St. Paul Allen Church Seahawk positivity. Go forth, my brethren. Go forth and spread the good word of Seahawk positivity. Praise Largent, praise Cortez, praise Walter Jones, praise Kenny Easley. And as always, go Hawks.
Go Hawks.
Go Hawks.
Yes, we'll be back with the fourth and final quarter of this 12-man Fan Jam show right after this.
You are watching the 12-Man Fan Jam show, a Seahawk positivity production. Holy shit, it's the fourth quarter.
All right, here we are, the fourth and final quarter, episode 950. It's been a lot of fun. Mike, Pascale, Carie, Payne joining Dustin and I for a very special HAWKSGIVING Washington edition of your 12-Man Fan Jam show. And now it is time to put all of that together and have our predictions, our prognostications, and our game balls for this game between your Seattle Seahawks and the Washington whatever. Seahawks are a 1-point underdog, and the over-under is currently at 46.5, by the way. That game's Monday Night Football. 8:20. Sorry, Dustin.
No, go ahead.
Monday Night Football. There it is. 8:25 Monday night, Eastern Standard Time, 5:25 Seattle time in England, sometime in 1984. I don't know. Look it up, kids. Anyway, time for our predictions, prognostications, and game balls for that Washington game. All right, we'll save that for later. First, Team 12. We actually have a couple people here from Team 12, so this could be very interesting. For those that are not, we'll start with Little Mo. Little Mo said, let's see, our offense is hot buns, but their defense is also hot buns. So I'll say 24-10. Blitz Boy with an interception, which is Adams, breaking his tie with Vince Wolford for 2 career interceptions. Game Boy to Blitz Boy, who doesn't even blitz anymore. So what does that make him? Just a boy? That's all for my son. I told him I would write that down, and I did.
He takes
Also
after
almost
his
came out
dad.
the nose there. That was close.
Yeah. Jose says 27-24 Hawks. Prognostication. Russell scores throws for 200 yards. Game ball to DK. Hope everyone had a good turkey day. Thank you, Jose. Mark, sadly, unless a miracle comeback happens, this is the first lost season in a decade. As we both know, me and he and I, this last decade's run has been the greatest in Hawk history. Russell has more playoff wins than any other Seahawk quarterback combined. I'm worried about the offseason. If I had to choose between Russ and John, Pete John, I'm taking Russ. However, right now, because of the team being in Paul Allen's trust and Paul's sister Jody is very hands-off, which is a good thing for the most part. Unfortunately, this has made the Pete John combo de facto owners of the Hawks. I doubt they will fire themselves. So the future is very much foggy. However, this week, Hawks win 31-13. Game ball to Metcalf. DJ Reed makes some incredible plays and will get his game ball. Fun fact, Mark Ty Turner went to elementary school with someone named DJ Reed, who became the first girl to play Little League Baseball in the Evergreen League that he played in. So there you go. Little DJ Reed interest there. Jimmy.
I'm looking forward to the book.
Yeah, me too. Jimmy, I have no idea what to think about this team. They're a mess. Hawks win a game finally, 23-20. Game ball to Metcalf, prognostication, lock it with a touchdown over 20 years. Mike Pascale, what you got for us this evening?
All right. I got to go with, I'm going to be half a point under. I'm going to go with 26-20. Hawks win.
All right.
And because he had a good game last week, I'm hoping he's going to continue, and all my game ball is going to Mr. Lockett.
All right.
And but I think there's going to be a bunch of feet moving around here, so I'm going to go with 4 field goals.
For both teams.
Yep.
Each or combined?
Combined.
Each. No, he said each. I heard it.
Each.
Dustin's trying to catch that lead. Carie. Carie.
Hello.
If you've not been paying attention, Carie has changed outfit every quarter tonight. It's been fantastic.
That's still Carie. That is still Carie.
That's still Carie. Carie,
Still me. All me.
thank you for joining us this evening, by the way.
Oh, my pleasure. I'm so
Yes.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy you asked me before on another event and I couldn't because we were
I know.
going to Lakewood. We had no cell service. So I changed my
know.
cell service. So if you ever need me, I am here for
Awesome.
you.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. So weird for me going into a game against Washington as even underdogs and so weird and I'm just not there for it. So backs are thoroughly against the wall now. It is a literal must-have of planets aligning and other teams in the NFC feeling our pain. And I need every wizard and sorcerer in the world uniting behind our team now. I need this to happen. We need naked dancing under the stars at Stonehenge, people. We need things to happen.
All right.
That being said, it's going to be Seahawks 27, Washington 24. Russell Wilson is going to get his groove back. He will throw for 2 touchdowns.
All
He
right.
will throw for 2 touchdowns. My game ball this week, though, is going to go to Gerald Everett. He's starting to find his rhythm, and I think he's going to have a good night receiving.
I like him. That
I do
escalated quickly. We went from football game to dancing naked under Stonehenge, but
Whatever it
Yeah.
takes, we need this win backs against the wall.
I agree.
Yeah.
So Team Posse, first Chris says, so it's time for Tuesday morning football. Well, it is for us in UK. I just hope that the team has not eaten too much turkey over Thanksgiving weekend and decides to have a Black Friday sales on points or sacks. Moving on, we face the Washington football team, who's without Chase Young. Chase Young, by the way, looks like if Holly Berry and the Predator had a baby, but I'll move on. So Wilson may get some time to throw. Part of me just wants to hand Russ the playbook and say, it's your show, kid. Show us what you can do, but I doubt that's going to happen. I'm still backing the team and think they will see the Hawks win by a score of 26-16. Russ throwing at least 2 touchdowns. My prognostication, my game ball going to DK Metcalf. This is the way. Andy says we win 15-13 on 5 field goals. Myers game ball. They score late and get 13, but they fail their 2-point conversion, and that's his prognostication.
Worst Monday Night Football game ever.
No doubt. Will says, well, hell, I don't know. With this team, it's hard to come up with anything positive that seems even remotely possible at this point. I guess that's why they pay me the big bucks. Note to Moses, ask for a raise. At this point, we all have to cling to the any given Sunday phenomenon. Wait, we're playing on Monday night. Oh, crap. Anyway, my game ball goes to Bobby Wagner because that's the safest bet we have left. My prognostication, Russell Wilson throws a touchdown pass that is 40 yards or longer. Prediction, Seahawks win 23-17. Matt, Seahawks 24, Washington 17. Tyler Lockett gets 2 touchdown receptions. Lockett gets my game ball. Dustin, what do you got for us?
First of all, I like the logo that you threw up there. That's fun. Yeah.
Got to have something.
Yeah. Just, I don't know, just listening to a lot of that stuff. It just, some of it is funny to me. Some of it just makes me not happy. But anyways, I don't think we're going to score a lot of points now or probably in the near future, unless that give Russell Wilson the playbook things happen. Just fill it out on the field, go play. I don't think that's going to happen. So I'm guessing Seahawks are going to win probably 24-21.
Right.
They have a hard time putting up a whole lot of points. So 24-21 sounds about right. That Bobby Wagner game ball, that's super tempting because I think he gets about 20 tackles a game at this point. But I want somebody in the secondary to play well and get a game ball. So I'm going to give it to Jamal Adams this time. And I'll say this time, maybe we changed it up. Maybe we changed up what we're doing and we use him in a different way. Like, the way that worked last time. And I'll say he gets 2 sacks.
Adams gets 2 sacks. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess everybody's got the prediction but mine. So I guess it's my turn.
This is the end of the 4th quarter. Thank you, everybody.
Yes, thank you.
Oh, no.
All right. So the Seahawks enter this week on playoff life support. The chances of the Seahawks making the playoffs this year appear to be about as good as me appearing on the People's Sexiest Man Alive magazine.
We have to apply first.
Yeah, 3-7. The Seahawks find themselves looking up at the rest of the division in last place in the NFC West, a place the 12s are not very used to seeing. It's like seeing Grandma bring out her famous green bean jello surprise for dessert at Thanksgiving. It looks just wrong on so many levels that it leaves a terrible taste in your mouth, but we'll move on. Seahawks still have a tiny slim chance in the postseason, but they have to get going starting now this week in our nation's capital against the Washington. Yeah.
The Washington
Generics, let's call them. Washington is led on offense by Taylor Heineke. It sounds less like an NFL quarterback and more like a designer drink ordered at a gay bar. I'll have a Taylor Heineke and 2 Shirley Temples, please.
Goodness, Matt. Oh, goodness.
Their head coach, Ron Rivera, who only has the nickname Riverboat Ron, but actually looks like an actual riverboat captain, has been through a lot. So no fun here. The man is a cancer survivor, and I totally respect him for that so much that I hope that he can someday be a coach on a much better team. Like maybe defensive coordinator up in the Northwest, that might be a step up, Ron. Just saying, I can dream, can't I? Until then, though, we got to play a game. It's still against your team, and until you're not in Washington, you're in Washington. So keep dreaming, because the Seahawks are going to sink your dreams in your riverboat this Monday night. Watch our defense deliver 2 turnovers. My prognostication. Watch my game ball, Uncle Will Disley, tear apart the Washington defense like a pile of leftover turkey on Thanksgiving night. Oh, the turkeys left over here. The only turkeys left over here are the turkeys of a franchise in Washington who doesn't deserve a name. As the Seahawks win by a score of Seahawks 20, Washington, whatever the hell they are, 17. Bucket.
Yeah, man.
That man, Billy Kilmer. Sorry. Can't you just hear Howard Cosell? All right.
No.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna stop.
I know him as the Muhammad Ali guy.
Yeah, well, he was the Monday Night Football voice forever.
Oh, wow.
And ages.
and unfortunately,
Mhm.
that stopped, and so is the show. Unfortunately, it's time to bring another wonderful 12-man Fan Jam show to a sad close. We hope you've enjoyed a lot. We hope you've listened. We hope you laughed. We hope you learned something. I want to thank Mike Pascale for joining us, Carie, Payne for joining us, Dustin, as always. Also, Matt from Merry Old England, wherever he is.
He's in Merry Old England. You just said that shit.
I did. Will, wherever the hell he is. Statsman Mark, who
On
sent me a message
holiday.
this week to say hi. And Little Mo and Mosette and Jose, Mark Ty Turner, Andy, Northern Hawk, Chris Balding, Roger Goodell, Kona, April, Abby, Joe Theismann, Art
Lindsay.
Monk,
Yeah, Lindsay
Yeah,
had a guest
Lindsay,
appearance.
yep.
who made
Yeah.
appearance.
Yep.
On
Georgia.
behalf
Yep.
of everyone.
Yeah.
This is your self-appointed Reverend Moses of the St. Paul Out Church of Seahawk Positivity saying, until next time, go Hawks.
Go Hawks.
Go Hawks.
What the hell is that, Mike?
The cheerleader.
Oh my God.
See?
All right.
Ah, scary.
Look at her panty.
Oh my. Look at her
Yeah, man.
pants.
What?
All right, we're done.
Whoa.